Mm. Welcome and welcome back to the Tao of Women. And thank you so much for joining me, for joining us as we gather all over the world. We're gathering together to embark on the journey of the Tao of Women. And some of you are live here on Zoom and on Facebook and on YouTube. And many of you are watching the replay. But all of us are gathered here now. So as we prepare to receive these wisdom teachings of the Tao, let's take a few deep breaths just to anchor ourselves into our bodies to fully arrive. And as we do, I felt myself sitting down, arriving here. And in this beginning, we inhale and receive and open ourselves to receive and have a direct experience with our body, with our breath, with our consciousness. And as we exhale out, we are releasing and letting go. And we are creating space in between the thoughts in our mind, space physically in the room that we're in. We're creating space in our bodies and in our spirits to be able to receive the wisdom that comes through. One more breath here. And those that have the book, I invite you to join me. And those that don't have the book, join me too. And we'll just simply have this as an opportunity to listen and let the words and the space between the words find their way into your consciousness, into your understanding, knowing you don't have to understand it with your thinking mind, because passage 12 is called intuition. So it's a different part of our wisdom. Intuition. Her power lies in the direct perception of life without naming. Intuition. Intelligence beyond words. Survival skills. Trust your intelligence. Respond to the heart of the matter. Let's just take a deep breath and we'll read it again and see what else is here. Intuition. Her power lies in the direct perception of life without naming. Intuition. Intelligence beyond words. Survival skill. Trust your intelligence. Respond to the heart of the matter. And I want to show you the Chinese character and the Nushu character because that's really why we're here. We're here to receive the wisdom of the Tao. And we're here to remember that women have had a way of communicating with each other that is hidden and has been nearly lost. And we have ancient languages that are so small and so simple that they're easy to overlook. So this is the new Shu character for intuition. Now I invite you to join me in practice. Let's embody intuition and explore intuition from the lensing of Qigong. I think I'm actually going to peel away a layer so I can have a direct experience. So as we're arriving in our practice space, the passage talks about a direct perception. So let's open our perception. The passage talks about survival skills. That's instinct. And from my perception, this is my lens, instinct and intuition are different. Instinct is primal, it's base. It comes from your physical body, from your senses, and it also comes from your lineage, and it is older than you, and it is ingrained in you to survive. Intuition is this higher wisdom. It's like a GPS, how to navigate through the mystery. It's the roots of your intuition are rooted into your instinct. And we are living in such a time where there's so much happening, and we have to really learn to be skillful practitioners to discern what is danger and what is perceived fear. What is fear and stress and danger? And those two, once we can discern that, we can root into our instinct, and then our intuition can flourish, and we can trust our intuition. But if we can't tell the difference between fear and danger, and we're constantly in a fear state and a stress state, then we can't really rely on our instincts because we're all over the place. And if we can't rely on our instincts, then our intuition is all over the place. So, with that, let's just come into our space and open our perceptions of our five senses. And so you can feel your feet on the ground, and you can feel the air on your skin, and you're opening your eyes to see what is outside of you in the space. You're opening your inner eyes to see inside of you. As you're breathing, you're smelling the aroma, perhaps of the essential oil or of your body. You may be hearing my voice, and you're listening to the sounds of your environment. You're opening your perception. You can taste inside your mouth, or having a sip of tea or water. And as you're opening these physical senses, we have another sense in Qigong. And it's not necessarily your sixth sense, your intuition sense, but it's the sense of your mind, the sense of your thought. So opening your thoughts and your mind to be present in the moment so we can respond to the heart of the matter. And when we're in present moment and in our body is always in the present moment. Our mind is not. Our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, they're not. So right here in the present moment. And so I'm going to bring my hands and feet together, and I'm going to give a humble bow and emptying my cup just a little bit more. And as I unfurl my spine. I invite you to do the same, to rise to the occasion. And as you step across the threshold into our practice, we are connecting with the bear. There was a lot of ways I could have brought this in. I was very tempted to bring in the deer. The deer is deeply connected to your instincts. And the deer could have been our teacher today. But the passage said, respond to the heart of the matter. And that brought the bear. The bear is connected to the earth element, the present moment, to gut wisdom, to intuition. And the bear, in the 5 animal frolics, there is a part of the form that responds. And I am inviting you to activate this part. And I feel like I have a lot to say today. In Tai Chi, we have a saying that we listen, we adhere, and we follow. And so we're going to utilize those principles here. And so let's just explore. We've opened our perception and we're shifting our awareness to be with the archetype of the bear, the dreamer, the intuitive one, the grounded one, the one that eats honey and scratches its back on the tree and has fun. And so imagine there's a tree behind you and just go ahead and scratch your back on the tree, bringing your bear energy forward, the little playfulness, like you're rubbing up and down on the tree, scratching your back, kind of getting there. And I want you to connect with this tree. This is the tree of life. And this tree has many branches. And you are a bear. You're kind of big. You take up space. You are comfortable in your environment. And you're always looking for something yummy, something good. And so we are rubbing up on this tree and we get a little curious. So go ahead and bring your hands and feet together. And I want you to go ahead and step out and push forward. And what we're doing is we're connecting with this tree. And on this tree right now, this tree is growing on the side and there is a branch in front of you. And you're a curious bear and you're going to hold on to this branch. So we are going to listen, adhere, and follow. So being a curious bear that you are, you might want to go ahead and sniff the branch. And, we're not naming this tree, but we're just sniffing it. And you might be feeling, go ahead and feel the bark. Yeah, maybe even taste a little. All right. You've rubbed up against it a little bit. All right, so you're exploring this tree. And now this branch, you are realizing when you are pushing on this tree, on this branch, you have to stay connected. You have to stay rooted to the ground and in your center and in your whole body as you are connecting with this branch. And you have to stay adhered. And what I mean by that is when I push on this branch, if I push and I'm not adhered and I let go, the branch is going to push me back. Right? So when I come and push and I barrel through the world and I'm pushing and I'm responding to fear and I'm like, woo, and I'm pushing something, but I'm not really listening and I'm not really coherent and following, and I just push something, I'm going to get hit back. The branch is going to swing right back at me. I'm like, whoa. Or if I come down and I push this branch down, I'm like trying to climb onto it. I'm trying to put something down. I'm trying to get on top of it because I'm afraid and I need to be bigger than it and I need to be stronger than it. So I'm getting on top, but I'm not really being skillful. And I somehow lose my attention and the branch is going to knock me back again. So we need to be in our instincts and respond to the heart of the situation. So we are going to come in contact with the branch, and let's play with that. As much energy as you push forward, allow yourself to receive that energy back. And so just stay forward and then back. So as you're pushing from your legs, from your strength, from your center, and you're pushing forward. And as strong as you went forward, you're allowing yourself to receive that energy back. So stay here for a second. Exploring the amount of force you're doing is the amount of force that's coming right back at you. So you're listening, and now you're adhering, you're staying with it, and you're responding, meaning you're allowing yourself to come back and receive what you just gave, and you didn't lose your center. You didn't just get pushed back, right? Let's explore, because we're curious bears. What happens when you try to dominate and you try to get on top of something? So now you're on top of it. So you have to be skillful, because as soon as you lose your attention, it's going to knock you down. But when you're skillful, when this branch pops up, it pops up, and you can just simply stay centered, turn from your waist, and redirect it. And then you're going to have to turn and face it again. Let's do that again. And you press it down, you're trying to get on top of something, and you're being skillful. You're not dominating, you're listening, and you're exploring, and you're allowing yourself to receive and redirect. Press down. As strong as you go down, it comes up. Press. Let's do one more. Now we're pressing down, because things don't always just come so easy right in front of you. This is the easy way. This is the easy way. This is level 1. But sometimes things, you press down and things come at you, and you have to turn to the other side. You have to twist. You have to contort yourself a little bit so you can stay centered, right? And you have to bring it to the outside and then press forward. Let's do that again. Back, press down. And so play with it. Press down and come straight back. Press down, come to the center. Press down, turning to the outside. So what we're going to do now is you're going to press down, and we're going to let this branch step you back. Shift your weight, and you're going to start to explore this branch on your own, pressing forward and back. Explore this branch as a bear. You are listening, adhering, and following. You're trusting your instincts and your intelligence in your body. The bear is your gut, your yi, your wisdom mind. You are realizing and sensing and seeing how you can be in this situation. And if you are in a dangerous situation and you're not really listening, adhering, and responding, when you are, this branch could easily just knock me off my spot. So I have to stay engaged. I cannot collapse. So I'm pushing down and pushing down and going to the outside. And it doesn't really matter which direction right now you're exploring. And I want you to just drop into the form. Drop into your instincts, that part of you that can stay connected as an equal force as it's going forward and down and up and back as one unified force, that you are responding from your center to the energy that's coming at you. And you can determine if you are being skillful and present, or if you're being mindless and just pushing things around because you're afraid or because you're stressed. So staying in your practice, trusting your instincts and your ability to respond to the heart of the matter. And as you're in your practice, I'm going to read to you the passage one more time. Intuition. Her power lies in the direct perception of life without naming. Intuition. Intelligence beyond words. Survival skills. Trust your intelligence. Respond to the heart of the matter. What's here? What are you pushing up against? What area in your life are you being called to trust your inner intelligence, to directly perceive life, and to respond skillfully to the heart of the matter while you stay centered, while you stay in your power, while things seem that they're coming at you? And also your intuition, it's not in here, but how much of you is causing this? How much of you is pushing on something that doesn't, maybe you could have ducked under and you didn't even need to push on it in the first place. And now this energy is coming at you. Yeah. And you're blaming them. Yeah. Instinct, survival skills. Just a few more times, starting to slow this down. Starting to slow this down, making your movements smaller and softer. And soon just let the branch bring you back to where we started. And we will pull down the heavens. We will come to completion with this practice as we thank the bear for teaching us how to move through the world, connected to our power, connected to our instincts, and connected to our intuition as a skillful practitioner that listens, adheres, and follows energy. And with this next one, we're going to bring our hands and our feet together. And we're letting everything integrate, letting the energy from our head come down, the energy from our heart and our chest and our middle dantian come down, all the way down to our gut, down into our intuitive center, and releasing anything that needs to be released and sending it down to the earth to be composted and transformed, and sealing it in, and dropping our mind down into our center, coming into completion. And from here, we bow. Right hand makes a fist. We respond to the present moment, and left hand covers it. We listen and we trust. We adhere and we follow. And we bow. We bow to our instincts, our survival skills for keeping us safe. We bow to the discernment between what is danger and what is fear. We bow to our intuition, knowing it needs to be rooted in grounded survival skills. We bow to the bear. We bow to the Tao of Women. We bow to each other. And we bow to our teachers, teachers, and the teacher within. Bringing this back to our heart, back into our body as we step across the threshold, back into our lives, completing this session. As I say thank you, I encourage you to get a copy of the book, go to the link and catch up on all the replays, join us live, share this with your friends all over the world. Women need women to connect, and I'll see you in Qigong class, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you.